let's take a look at the word sign. And this is from the video that's currently live. You can go to it, put up by GMS Info Doc Channel 12, entitled "The Word Sign Means What It Says Vocab." So let's open up with this dialogue between this brother that maintains he's a Gadite, which I believe he's a Gadite or Israelite. So let's listen. And then you listen to this guy, Vocab Malone, AKA John Calvin. Like I said before, you give this guy power when you go on his platform. Don't go on his goddamn platform, because he's going to question whether you're an Israelite. He'll go on the scriptures, and what does that mean? How does that apply to you? How does those, when you go to Deuteronomy 28, how does that apply to the small hats? How does that apply to the small hats? What prophecy was fulfilled when the small hats went to the land? Please give me the answer, Mr. Vocab Malone, AKA John Calvin, and the reincarnation, which you don't even know, that goes over your head. Reincarnation goes over your head. I was watching a video, Sakari, Texas, and they were going back and forth with this clown from the GOCC, and the reincarnation came up, and they said, if you go to the comment board, they said, somebody said, "You guys teach reincarnation, you're going off." And somebody from Sakari said, "We don't teach reincarnation, we teach regeneration." Regeneration and reincarnation is the same thing when you break it down. Reincarnation means back to, carne means flesh. Regeneration means back to gene, which means flesh. A man puts his seed in a woman, which is flesh, which is protein, which develops into a fetus, which is Latin for little one, and it grows in the womb of the woman, and it comes out. You're not going to have a child unless you start with a sperm or a gene, or a raza, as they call it in the Spanish. Raza means gene. That's all it means. Race goes back to the word raza from the Latin, which means gene. And a gene and regeneration or reincarnation is the same thing. The gene is flesh in the form of a seed, and the carne is flesh that start from a seed, which is a gen. So you can use the word regeneration or reincarnation. It means the same thing. So let you listen to this, and then I'm just going to go to the word sign in Deuteronomy 28, and then I'm going to read that precept, and then I'm going to click on that word sign, because he said it means sin. See, it's a sign of sin. Show you that this guy doesn't understand the precepts. So let you listen.
Nations peoples, that they fulfill the curses of Deuteronomy 28 and therefore are Israelites. Is that your basic position? Yes. Okay. Would you like to share a little bit why today? Well, if you go over Deuteronomy 20:15 all the way through 68, you're gonna see that every one of these curses happened to Korea. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, okay, then if that's your basic contention, why do you believe that the things described here, if they happened during the era of colonialism, why do you think that means that the people it happened to are therefore Israelites? What makes you think that it should be applied?
Because this devil's understanding is that the small hats are the Israelites. And you have small hat scholars, historians, biblical historians, Torah historians that claim that the people over here in the Americas, when Columbus got over here, were descendant of Israelites, or they had to be the descendant of Israelites.
Because the Lord said in the last days that there will be the curses, all these curses from 15 to 68 in Deuteronomy.
Basically, with this devil vocab, this big head devil vocab, is nothing but an interrogator. All right. You should have never went on this guy's show. You going on this show, him being allowed to go on Sarnetta's platform. That's why we would never deal with Sarnetta. We'll deal with the devil. We'll deal with the white man before we deal with Sarnetta and his kind. Because you allow this devil to come on your show. You give him power. If you ignore this guy, he goes away. Let's listen. my man, John Calvin. Let's go.
28 and 46 says, it reads, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So do you think the sign is, what is the sign supposed to point to? If the signs point to something, what are you thinking that it's pointing to?
Curses. It says they. So they, talking about the curses, shall be upon curses. These people for a sign.
Yeah, curses are a sign, but a sign of what?
Who's cursed? Cursed people. The cursed people of God. The children of God. The ones that disobey. The ones that disobey Yahweh's law, statutes, and commandments. The one people that he gave his law, statutes, and commandments to.
So you think it's a way to have an indicator about who are not Israelites and who are Israelites?
Scripture says that.
Exactly. I'll let you hear that again. I'm gonna let you hear that again. Vocab just punched itself in the face.
The one people that he gave his law, statutes, and commandments to.
So you think it's a way to have an indicator about who are not Israelites and who are Israelites?
Scripture said
who are not Israelites. You think it's a way to have an indicator about who are not Israelites and who are Israelites?
Right. The sign also, you chose the right word, vocab. I give one up for vocab. An indicator. An indicator. When you travel somewhere, you want to go from point A to point B, and you want to go to this place. You want to go to a city called XYZ. You know how you know when you're in the city of XYZ? There's a sign that says, welcome to the city of XYZ. Like, for example, I've been to Jersey, I've been to out of New York, in New York, I'm from New York, I've been to Connecticut, whatever, certain roads, most highways, when you go past the border of Connecticut into New York, there's a sign saying, welcome to New York. If you go in the other direction, there's a sign saying, welcome to Connecticut. And then when you go into Connecticut, there's certain towns, welcome to this town, welcome to Stamford, Connecticut, welcome to New London, Connecticut, welcome to New Haven, Connecticut. So that's a sign. There's an actual sign, right? Which is an indicator that you're in that place. So let's listen to that again.
So you think it's a way to have an indicator about who are not Israelites and who are Israelites?
Beautiful word, indicator. In other words, when you see this and that, those are the Israelites.
Scripture says that they shall be upon thee for a sign.
Yes, they shall be a sign and a wonder against.
They shall be upon thee for an indicator. Did not Cain receive a mark, which is a sign, which is an indicator that you know, oh, that's Cain. We're gonna get into that too.
You and your offspring forever.
Upon thee.
Right. Well, are you using the King James version?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. I mean, I usually tend to use a little bit.
Oh, you always come against the KGB, the KGB. Oh, fucking devil.
That's what the ESV states. Same idea. I think basically so. Don't you think the sign is that it's God's wrath? Showing that God's wrath is in. That's what.
He just punched himself. He just hit himself with a fucking 3-piece. The 4-piece, double jab, right cross, left hook. And he just knocked himself out. When you open up, all you got to do is let this man speak, and he always puts his foot in his mouth. So let me come back. Let me let you listen to that again. You got to listen. Like King Marshall would say, listen. Listening is an art. So let's hear that again. Let's hear that again. Because he said the right thing and didn't realize it. Sometimes you got to shut the fuck up, man.
That's what the ESV states. Same idea. I think basically so. Don't you think the sign is that it's God's wrath? Showing that God's wrath is in. That's what the sign points to. It points to his judgment. It's not really about how to determine Israel.
See,
it's not really about sin. It's God's wrath. Don't you think the sign is that it's God's wrath? Showing that God's wrath is sin. That's what the sign points to. It points to his judgment. It's not really about how to determine Israel.
See, he just gave himself a 4-piece. Double jab, right hand, left hook. And knocked himself out. Let me let you hear this. I can't, he doesn't realize what he said. He said, don't you think it's the wrath? Yes, it's the wrath, which is a curse. Another way of saying wrath is a curse. When somebody brings wrath, the Most High brings wrath upon you, he's bringing a curse upon you, right? And he said, for the sins meaning transgressing of the law. That's in the New Testament. Was that 1 John 3, verse 4. Let's listen to that. I can't believe he didn't realize what he just said. Wrath, curse, sin, law. So let's say it in other words. Instead of wrath, we're going to say curses because of breaking the law. Sin is breaking the law, transgressing the law. Wrath is judgment or curse. So let me do this. I don't want to take that out. Okay, let me get this bonehead, Sister Cherry.
First impressions mean a lot. Like when you hire someone new. The bamboo.
Okay, let's go here to Indian reservations. reservations. Let's see what comes up. Let's go to images. All right. They're not showing really what Gad is going through. Let me try this. Poverty. Poverty. Indian reservations, poverty. Images. Okay, is this a blessing or is this a curse? These are Indians, tribe of Gad. Look at that. This is the actual house. Come on, man. Look at this. If you're living like this, you know you're under a curse. Look at that. She looked like she's smoking a stogie. You got, he's all, look at this. That's a mattress. These are the curses. These are the curses. Look at that. This is on the Indian reservation. Is this a blessing, vocab alone, or is this a curse? This is a curse. This is a curse. Curses say you be in the city, and curses say you be in the field. These are the Israelites. Tribe of Gad, tribe of Reuben. Look at this. Oh, wow, wow, wow. This is Africa. Got Israelites in Africa. Haiti, look at how the Haitians are living, which are the priests, the Levites. USA reservation. Mexico, look at that. These are not blessings. That's a half a log cabin. Under these curses shall be upon you forever. Look at that. That's the hood. That's the hood right there. Got graffiti. Look like a shield of Morgan David. These are two little Israelites. Scriptures say they are lively, not like the Egyptians. Look at that. That's, he could be a Mexican kid, Ecuadorian kid, but he happens to be a Gadite. Got a mattress over there, hood. This is the hood. This is the curses. Look at that, log cabins. These are Gadites. How do we know that? Because of the signs. They're bathing a little Gadite child in a bucket in the middle of nowhere. This is not a blessing. There's a grave site of some young girl that died. So you have this Gadite. You look at this. This is a Gadite, right? He dressed like a Jake in the Hood. You got the hat turned backwards. That show you that we're the people. But look at this. That's the Mary. So I guess they're Catholic. You shall serve a wood and stone, meaning these churches. That's the hood. That's a curse. That's a hood thing, hanging up sheets on a fence. God damn, man. You got to get a bucket of water. You got to go out to a damn pump. Look at that. Look at that house. This is a curse. This is not a blessing. This is not a blessing. This is what it means by sign. Look at that. Look at that. Pack them in like Puerto Ricans. Well, they're close to Puerto Ricans. They're Gadites. But they're happy. You had a lot of Gadites that fought in Esau's wars because they're one of the warrior tribes, Gad, Reuben, and Manasseh. Look at that. Trying to fix this is a reservation. This is a curse. Oh man, come on, man. Look at that. Look at that. Is this a blessing? The cat want to get out. He said, man, I'm thinking about packing up and getting the hell up out of here. The cat is under the curse. Look at that. This is on two little babies, two little beautiful Gadite babies, and look at this house. Look at this tore up house. They're under the curses. He looks obviously depressed. He's that big because he all day long he eats fried bread. This is not a blessing. This is a curse. Either he's sleeping or he's dead. Tribe of Gad, tribe of Gad. The curses shall cleave unto you. Here comes the devil. Let's go back. When them little kids see this woman, they see God. They see one of the angels. That's how she hugged her. You're one of the saviors. The poverty cycle on Native American Indian reservations. It says cycle, right? This curse shall be on you forever, meaning a long time until the Most High redeems us. Look at that. He has nothing to look forward to when he gets up. That's why he sleeps all day. Look at that. He could pass for a Jake. He looked like Jake's. Look like Jake's. Look like Jake's. RT, poor living conditions persist on U.S. Indian reservations. Why? Because it's a curse. This is a sign. This is how we know that they're the Israelites. Gadite, Issacharite garment. Notice the fringes. Look at that, Gad. He, right, that's a Tupac, look like a Tupac shirt. He got the baggy pants. He's standing like he's rubbing, rubbing his hands together, and he got what? He got the fitted on backwards. Oh, look, Tupac. Tupac. They identify with Tupac. Tupac. Them Gadites got the same flavor like Jake. And they're lively people. Real per capita income by census, racial or ethnic category as of 2009. 20,000 among white and Asian. Asian is doing better than a lot of these Edomites, right? You got here like 10,000, a little bit more than 10,000, 12,000 Indians, blacks, Hispanics. Then you got 5,000, I guess that's a year, from 1970 to 2010. Everybody went up a little bit their income, but who's on top? Asians, whites, Edomites, Moabites, because the Asians are not under that curse. They're not the Israelites. Whites are not under that curse. Who's under the curse? Who's on the bottom? Indians, blacks, and Hispanics. Oh, ISUPK says that the Indian, blacks, and Hispanics. Blacks, Indians, and the Hispanics, which represent Indians, Gad, Reuben, blacks, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Hispanics, the rest of the tribes, Asher, Ephraim, Simeon, Issachar, Naphtali. See the difference? Whites and Asians, Jake down here, Indians on reservations. They're really cursed. So they're really Israelites. Now let's come back. Let's come back. Like I said, none of you Jake should give this guy the time of day. None of you should give this guy the time of day.
That's what the sign points to. It points to his judgment. It's not really about how to determine who Israel is.
Okay, good. Now, so let's go into that. Let's go into the word sign. Where is it? I had it up. Okay, I'm sorry. It's over here. So Deuteronomy 28, the word, this is, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkeneth not unto the voice of the Lord, thy power to keep his what? Commandments. Because vocab said wrath, meaning the curses, for sin. What is sin? Transgression of the law. And his statutes which he commanded thee. And they, let's read it again. It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed. And he's telling you, the Most High is telling you why? Because you broke the laws. So what is the sign? These curses. This is the sign. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed. Destroyed meaning without structure. 46th verse. and they shall be upon thee. What shall be upon thee? The curses, the wrath. And they, the curses, and they, the curses shall be upon thee, the Israelites. Who's he talking to in the wilderness? The Israelites. For a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Ever mean a long time. Why are these curses going to be on you as a sign? Because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord Yahweh shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and the want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee. Now this didn't happen again. This happened to the southern kingdom. This didn't happen to the northern kingdom. But I showed you. I gave you a bunch of pictures, illustrations of how Gad is living. So let's deal with the word sign, right? To show you that sign is a marker, an indicator. Your word vocab, it says, and they shall be upon thee for a sign. I'm not even going to look in the word wonder. Let's look up the word sign. The word in the Hebrew is awath. I'm not even going to go. You know what? Let me go into the root of the word. To consent degree. I don't want that. The word sign, awath, which means what? Sign, signal, a distinguishing mark. So if you're looking for the Israelites, we don't know where the Israelites are, but we just read Deuteronomy 20:28, from the first verse to the 15th verse, and the 15th verse to the rest of it. So from the 15, 16 verse down to the end is all a list of all of the curses, right? So let's go around the world and find out. That's how we know that they're Israelites, because the signal, the indicator, the distinguishing mark shall be on them. You go to the suburbs where, Edomites live, and Jake is starting to push up. Mosai is starting to pull the curses off Jake, but they still haven't woken up. You see how Esau, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me do this. Let's stretch this out a little bit. This is not it. Okay, let me do this. How you spell suburbs? Suburbs. In America. Image. Houses. Let me do it this way. Okay, these are suburbs. I put houses in the suburbs of America, right? Look at that. Big difference. Big difference. They're not, these people are obviously not under the curses. To the water Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. You got two Edomites. Gated communities, cul-de-sacs. You go up in this area, the security going like, where you going? Oh, I'm making a delivery, sir. Can I see your credentials? Okay, you go right ahead. I'll call Mrs. Smith before you get there. Look at that. They're not under the curses, but they will be under the curses. Woman. Okay, so let me come back. Okay, it says, let me just check the date. Okay, good. Anyway, it says sign, signal, distinguishing mark, banner, remembrance, miraculous sign, omen, warning, token, sign, standard. So in other words, it's a mark on us. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.